tutorial on how to do stuff for computer science. Right now we're looking at lesson 7 bubble 8. We've had a couple things on lesson 7 bubble 8. This is the second one where you had to make a new page and show me all your favorite things. All right, we're going to have another assignment on here that you should be working on during this week 8 of the semester. So let's get started. I think this is the do now from Thursday, where I said make a new page on lesson 7 bubble 8 and then tell me 4 things: your favorite animal, your favorite food, your favorite TV show or movie, and then your favorite musical artist or song or something like that. So what we're going to do here is, again, this is the one, if you just open bubble 8, this is what it'll come to. We wanted to add a new HTML so that way we have a blank page to work with, right? I already have mine made, so I don't need to make another one. I'm just going to delete it so it doesn't take up the whole space. To do that, I just right-clicked, and you have all of these options, right? New file, rename, or delete. Some of you guys have like 12 things here. Maybe you guys didn't know you can delete it. But here I have my new page. I already have it all set up with my headings. You don't need to do that. But if you are feeling a bit bored this week, you could spend a couple minutes to organize it like that. The biggest thing we're going to be talking about today, we should know by now how to add a photo to a page. We need to focus on the attribution. There's an easy way, and then there's a hard way. All right. Let's do it easy way. So I already have my favorite food up here. I believe we did lamb tacos in second hour, and then bagels in 6 hour. So let's try something else besides favorite food. Let's do favorite TV show or movie. So one TV show, and this is something that's copyrighted, so we have to play around with it. One TV show that I do plan on watching a lot of over these next 3 weeks and spring break will be to actually go back and rewatch the X-Files. That was one of my favorite TV shows. Me and my dad used to watch it together. Right? Maybe not the best TV show because there's not a lot of stuff on it. So maybe let's choose a TV show that I like nowadays. A TV show that I always look forward to watching on Sunday nights is Bob's Burgers. So if I type that in, I see a lot of options, right? People who do the voices, right? But I need to make sure this is a photo I can use. So I need to click BY, right? It just means you can use it. BYSA means you can use it and edit it. And see, I'm not doing anything commercial with it. I'm not going to Photoshop it. I can choose all of these. I'll get photos that I can use for everything, right? Creative Commons, they only post photos you can actually use on your own stuff. You might need to be careful. But still, even look through this, I don't find anything that I want to use. Right? So let's see, favorite TV show or movie. Maybe I could choose something that reminds me of Bob Burgers. Maybe I can just do cartoon hamburger, right? Let's see what shows up with this. Not much. Maybe just hamburger, and we can see what shows up for hamburger. This is not a good idea, is it? Not getting a lot of options here. You might run into this too, where you keep trying to find stuff. You were going to do this. So maybe instead of this, I'll just do something less fun. I also like watching Ask This Old House. So maybe instead of that, I can just do something like renovation. Running out of ideas here to help you guys out with. Sure, let's just do this. All right, pretend this is for renovation. I want to use this photo. I need to click on it. And then just like all other times, I can save image as Ask This Old House. All right, saves the picture. I'm also lucky enough because I'm using Creative Commons where the attribution is down here already. You don't need that last part with the numbers. It might be 2.0 or 4.0. We can just use that right there. So I want to go back into code, right? I want to add my image, upload file. Remember I said ask this old house. I put it in here. It's uploading. Everything uploaded successfully. I'm good. Freaked me out because it refreshed. I click on new one. Here we go. So ask this old house. I'm going to say it because it might not be ask this. Oops. All right. I need paragraph tag, right? Ask this old house. All right. So now I'll tell you what it is because the photo's not too obvious. I can do image source equals, and then it gives me all my options, right? And then alternate equals, get into those good habits of doing all the parts, and I can just put renovation, right? And then end bracket. So the photo post, again, too big. Maybe we should just always put the width equals 300 here because it ends up what we're doing anyways, right? And then we need the attribution. So attribution, we do P, and then I just copied and pasted, right, from Creative Commons, and then we do close P for close paragraph. Easy as could be, right? But maybe you saw how much frustration I was getting because I was looking for a photo that wasn't there. So let's try to use Google and maybe we can find our favorite musical artist. All right. So let's try to find it. Let's do Google instead to see if it might come up with more options. All right. I'm going to do Nina Simone. So I think that would be something that doesn't come up with a lot of photos that I wouldn't let you use, right? So Nina Simone is an artist from, I believe, the 60s and 70s. You might know some of her songs, right? I like a lot of it because it's all about being positive, even if the situation you're in isn't necessarily a positive situation. So here are a lot of photos of her. But we want to make sure we can use the photo. We don't want to get yelled at by Nina Simone's family for using the photo we didn't have permission, right? There's a lot of stuff going on about people using photos of each other without permission. It's not okay. So remember we said if we're using Google, we have to click Tools and then Usage Rights. All right, we can use any of these. Because we're not doing anything commercial, we can just use whatever. I'm going to do Label for Reuse, and we still have a lot of options for Nina Simone. So if this wasn't the case for you, try to type in like either something the favorite song is about, right? So one thing, Nina Simone sings Blackbird. So maybe instead of using a picture of Nina Simone, I could find a picture of a raven or a blackbird, and use that instead. So if you're having issues finding your favorite artist that isn't copyrighted, you can use something that the song's about. But I have some photos here, so again, I need to know who took the photo and all that type of stuff. Because I'm not using Creative Commons, I have to write my attribution myself. So let's use one. It looks like a lot of the stuff is coming from Wikipedia, but let's use this one. This one looks kind of funky and cool. All right, so still not a lot of information. I'm going to click it again, and it's going to take me to another site called Flickr, which is where a lot of people post photos. It's like Instagram, but without any filters or photoshopping. So it's much more for people who are into photographing, and then just sharing that. So here's Flickr. We can see some Creative Commons stuff, but let's use this. All right, I'm going to download the picture, save as, right? Big, long thing. I'm just going to change it to Nina. All right, so let's add that to our code.org. This part should be getting kind of boring to you, right? Because you know it so well now. Nina Simone. All right, and I want to use my image. So I need to add my image. So add image up here. Upload file. Nina files. Oh no! I clicked the wrong thing, didn't I? So let's go back. Right click. Oh, and it's doing save as. All right, so if you run into this issue, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to save it for my Google search. So save image as. That's what you always want to see. So let's call that Nina. So let's go back. Upload file. Nina, just one, right? Here we go. This is working better now. I said I uploaded it. Here's the picture. I click the X to say okay. Everything vanished. That's fine. I click new one, and here we are. So we do img src equals. I have Nina alternate equals. I'm going to say street art with bust of Nina Simone. Right? Nice description. As I said, I'm just going to do with equals 300 as default now, because you never know. So we can see everything's uploaded, but now I don't have anything to copy and paste. I need to actually write the attribution myself. So we start off with a paragraph, right? And we need to find the title of the art, and that always goes in quotation marks. So that's called Nina Simone Graffiti Berlin Kreuzberg. So let's add that inside the quotation mark. All right, by, and now we want the artist name. So here we have Jean Menjolet. So we can add that. So by Jan Menjolet. And then we can say on, and that was flickr.org or .com. Flickr.com. And then we have to say licensed under CC, and then we need to figure out which one it is. So we go over here on Flickr. It looks like it's right here, right? So we have the person and the equal sign. So if we remember our notes or have to go back to it, the person meant by, which means we have to give attribution, and then the equal sign means no derivatives, right? And then we are done. So we can close our paragraph, and then we are good, right? So we have when you finish this, you'll have your favorite animal, you'll have your favorite food, you'll have your favorite TV show or movie, and then you'll have your favorite musical artist or song, right? Make sure you have your attributions. I'll be grading you mostly on if you're doing your attributions correctly. So make sure you're doing everything, taking time, fixing things up, especially if you got a back score on it. Good luck. Again, let me know if you have any questions.